Ever wonder if modern princesses lead a fairy tale existence with servants, lavish lifestyles, and extraordinary adventures? Well, think again. In this video, we'll unveil the reality behind the tiaras. Some face immense pressure as the figureheads of their nations, while others are relentlessly pursued by the media. And then, there are those who yearn for the simplicity of a commoner's life, craving the freedom to live on their own terms. But amidst the chaos, some princesses embrace their royal destinies, dutifully carrying out their responsibilities. Each princess has her own unique journey, so let's delve into the drama of their extraordinary lives. Princess Margaret. Princess Margaret, the vivacious younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II, possessed a beauty and charm that could have easily graced the silver screen, had the constraints of her royal lineage not intervened. Despite the confines imposed by her regal status, there was no denying Princess Margaret's allure and talent. In the words of her nephew, Prince Charles, she was a woman of remarkable vitality and attractiveness, her beauty casting a spell on all who beheld her. Yet, beyond her captivating exterior lay a wealth of untapped talents and passions, hidden beneath the veneer of royal propriety. Prince Charles fondly reminisced about his aunt's extraordinary gifts, from her prowess on the piano to her angelic voice that could rival any professional singer. With an uncanny ear for music, she could effortlessly recreate melodies by ear, enchanting listeners with her soulful performances. Her sharp intellect and keen wit were equally legendary, as she effortlessly conquered crossword puzzles and engaged in spirited debates with those fortunate enough to engage her in conversation. Yet, despite her myriad talents and endearing quirks, Princess Margaret was not always embraced by her family or the public at large. Her penchant for courting controversy earned her the moniker of the Rebel Princess, a title she wore with a mixture of defiance and resignation. From her tumultuous love affairs to her unapologetic embrace of a lifestyle deemed unconventional by royal standards, she defied expectations and challenged the status quo at every turn. The abdication of King Edward VIII thrust her father onto the throne, and in an instant, Margaret and her elder sister Elizabeth found themselves burdened with the weighty mantle of royal responsibility. As the years passed, Princess Margaret's spirited nature and irrepressible charm endeared her to the public, setting her apart from her conscientious and well-behaved sister. Where Elizabeth exuded poise and decorum, Margaret danced to the beat of her own drum, often finding herself drawn into the mischief and adventure that seemed to follow in her wake. The end of World War II marked a pivotal moment in Margaret's young life, as she stood alongside her family and Prime Minister Winston Churchill on the balcony of Buckingham Palace on VE Day, waving jubilantly to the throngs of cheering crowds below. Yet, amidst the celebrations, a shadow loomed on the horizon as the untimely death of King George VI in 1952 thrust her sister into the spotlight as Queen Elizabeth II, relegating Margaret once more to the sidelines of royal attention. However, fate intervened in the form of love, as Princess Margaret found herself swept off her feet by the dashing Peter Townsend, a former Battle of Britain pilot whose love kindled a flame of passion within her heart. Yet their romance was destined to be fraught with obstacles, as Peter's divorce rendered their union an impossibility within the rigid constraints of royal protocol. Faced with an ultimatum that demanded she choose between love and duty, Margaret reluctantly relinquished her heart's desire in favor of upholding her royal obligations. 5 years later, the spotlight once again illuminated Princess Margaret as she announced her engagement to photographer Anthony Armstrong Jones, a union that promised a semblance of stability and happiness amidst the tumult of her tumultuous romantic history. In 1960, amidst the hallowed halls of Westminster Abbey, Margaret exchanged vows with her beloved Anthony, who would later be bestowed with the title of Lord Snowdon. Their marriage then was besieged by the whispers of scandal and infidelity that haunted the corridors of high society. Speculation about Margaret's extramarital affairs cast a shadow over their once idyllic union, threatening to unravel the fragile tapestry of their familial happiness. Linked to a carousel of high-profile paramours, including the likes of Mick Jagger and Peter Sellers, Princess Margaret's name became synonymous with the jet-set lifestyle of the era, her Caribbean retreat on the island of Mustique a playground for the rich and famous. Yet it was her highly publicized affair with gardener Roddy Llewellyn in 1978 that ultimately spelled the end of her marriage to Lord Snowdon, igniting a firestorm of scandal and controversy that reverberated through the halls of Buckingham Palace. As whispers of her indiscretions echoed through the corridors of power, calls for Princess Margaret to abdicate her royal duties reached a fever pitch, casting a pall over her once gilded reputation. Amidst the turmoil of her personal life, Princess Margaret's health began to falter, the toll of her earlier excesses manifesting in a series of health crises that left her frail and vulnerable. A penchant for indulgence, coupled with her status as a chain smoker, exacted a heavy toll on her body, culminating in the removal of part of her left lung prior to suffering her first stroke in 1998. Yet, despite the whispers of discontent that swirled around her, Princess Margaret remained a figure of enduring fascination to those who knew her intimately. Renowned for her keen intellect and sharp wit, she moved effortlessly within the circles of artists and intellectuals, earning the admiration of luminaries, such as writer Gore Vidal, who once remarked, "She was far too intelligent for her station in life." In her twilight years, bound to a wheelchair and beset by infirmity, Princess Margaret found solace in the embrace of her family, her sister Queen Elizabeth II a constant source of comfort and companionship. Together, they navigated the trials of old age with dignity and grace, their bond as sisters transcending the trappings of royalty and public expectation. The Princess of Monaco. From the tender age of childhood, Grace nurtured an unyielding passion for the dramatic arts, yet her path to stardom was not paved with silver spoons, but rather with her own determination and resilience. To finance her dreams, she gracefully transitioned into the world of modeling, adorning herself in the elegant evening wear of New York's fashion houses. Through each catwalk and each pose, she danced closer to her aspirations, all the while never losing sight of her ultimate goal. It was the flickering glow of television screens that first embraced Grace's talent, offering her a glimpse into the realm of performance. With each live broadcast, she honed her craft, her presence captivating audiences and leaving an indelible mark on the stage. And then, like a shooting star streaking across the cinematic heavens, Grace ascended to the silver screen, her radiant presence illuminating the darkness of theaters across the nation. In 1952, Grace Kelly's destiny intertwined with the tapestry of Hollywood history as she secured her first starring role in the iconic Western High Noon. The following year, her luminance shone even brighter as she garnered a Golden Globe for her captivating performance in Mogambo. And then came the crowning achievement, the pinnacle of her cinematic journey, the coveted Academy Award for Best Actress, bestowed upon her for her poignant portrayal in Country Girl. Yet amidst the acclaim and adoration of a burgeoning career, Grace's heart yearned for a different kind of love, a love that transcended the silver screen and the glittering lights of Hollywood. At the tender age of 26, with the world at her feet and her future stretching endlessly before her, Grace made a decision that would echo through the annals of history. In a move that stunned the world, Grace Kelly, Hollywood royalty in her own right, announced her intention to bid farewell to the limelight and embrace a new role, one far grander and more profound than any she had ever portrayed on screen. She had captured the heart of a prince, the Crown Prince Rainier of Monaco, and in doing so she would become not just a princess, but the embodiment of elegance and grace, her Serene Highness. the Princess of Monaco. Monaco, a tiny European principality nestled along the sun-kissed shores of the Mediterranean, may have been small in size, but its allure was as vast as the ocean itself. A playground for the rich and famous, its name whispered in the same breath as luxury, opulence, and glamour. Yet, it was Grace's entrance onto this grand stage that would truly set Monaco ablaze with newfound prominence and allure. In the spring of 1955, the world watched in awe as Grace Kelly, radiant and resplendent in her bridal gown, exchanged vows with her prince amidst the grandeur of Monaco's palace. Amidst the flurry of flashbulbs and the clamor of eager reporters, Grace Kelly, the once cherished Hollywood luminary, found herself thrust into an unprecedented whirlwind of media frenzy as she embarked on her transformation from silver screen enchantress to the esteemed title of Her Serene Highness. Even amidst the bustling confines of a cruise ship teeming with relentless film crews and photographers, Grace maintained her composure, her unwavering smile a testament to her resilience in the face of relentless scrutiny. In those moments of solitude, she likely sought solace in the comforting presence of her beloved Hungarian Wisla, a loyal companion amidst the tumult of transition. As the vessel reached its destination, the shores of Monaco welcomed Grace with a fervor matched only by the ardent admiration of its people, soon to be her devoted subjects. Prince Rainier, ever the steadfast guide, stood by her side, offering reassurance and guidance as she navigated the intricacies of her new role as Her Serene Highness. Together, they embarked on a journey marked by pomp and ceremony, culminating in an event that would be etched into the annals of history as the wedding of the century. On April 19, 1956, the world bore witness to a spectacle of unparalleled grandeur as Grace Kelly, radiant in her role as the Princess Bride, graced the altar in a ceremony that captivated the hearts of millions. Yet the true magic lay not only in the opulent setting or the extravagant display, but in the undeniable grace and poise with which Grace carried herself, a testament to the years of preparation and training that had shaped her into a paragon of elegance and sophistication. Her gown, a masterpiece of silk, taffeta, tulle, and lace, shimmered like silver under the glare of countless eyes, a testament to the artistry of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's Oscar-winning costume designer, Helen Rose. Crafted with meticulous care and attention to detail, the gown was a symbol of timeless elegance, a reflection of Grace's own ethereal beauty and innate grace. It stood as a beacon of hope and aspiration, a tangible embodiment of dreams fulfilled and destinies intertwined. As the world watched in awe, 30 million pairs of eyes beheld the spectacle unfolding before them, each moment etched into the collective memory of a global audience. In that fleeting instant, Grace Kelly transcended the confines of celebrity, ascending to a realm of royalty and reverence that would forever define her legacy. And as she took her place beside Prince Rainier, hand in hand, heart in heart, she embraced her destiny with quiet dignity and unwavering resolve, a true princess in every sense of the word. As the sun cast its golden glow upon the majestic spires of St. Nicholas Cathedral, Monaco became the stage for a spectacle of splendor. Among the distinguished guests gathered to witness the union of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III were luminaries of Hollywood's golden era, their presence lending an aura of glamour to an already dazzling affair. Ava Gardner, David Niven, Gloria Swanson, and Cary Grant, icons of the silver screen, mingled amidst the opulent surroundings, their star-studded presence a testament to the allure of the royal nuptials. Yet, even amidst the glittering throng, there was a notable absence. Britain's Queen Elizabeth, who declined an invitation to the wedding, citing the overwhelming presence of film stars. In the hallowed halls of the cathedral, Grace Kelly, radiant and resplendent, epitomized grace and elegance as she exchanged vows with her prince. Exquisitely poised and quietly composed, the celebrated beauty effortlessly stepped into her role as Her Serene Highness, leaving behind a legacy of cinematic brilliance to embrace a new chapter of regal duty and devotion. Hollywood mourned the loss of one of its brightest stars, yet the world marveled at the seamless transition of a princess born from the silver screen. With the same dedication she had poured into her Oscar-winning film career, Her Serene Highness approached her royal duties with unwavering commitment. Following a 7-week honeymoon cruise aboard the prince's yacht, she embarked on the noble task of producing an heir to the throne, a responsibility she embraced with characteristic grace and poise. 9 months later, the joyous arrival of Princess Caroline was heralded with a resounding 21-gun salute, followed by the birth of Prince Albert a year later, welcomed with an even grander display of 101 guns. 7 years hence, Princess Stephanie completed the royal trio, bringing further joy and fulfillment to the illustrious family. While the allure of Hollywood may have beckoned from afar, Grace found solace and purpose in her role as Crown Princess Consort, dedicating herself wholeheartedly to her civic duties and the upbringing of her cherished children. Pictures of their growing family adorned news bulletins and glossy magazines around the world, offering a glimpse into the fairy tale existence of Monaco's royal household. Yet, fate would cast a shadow over the idyllic landscape of Monaco, as tragedy struck with sudden and unforgiving force. In 1982, just 1 year after celebrating their silver anniversary, Princess Grace's life was tragically cut short in a fateful car accident that claimed her life at the tender age of 52. As the world mourned the loss of a beloved icon, Prince Rainier, devastated by grief, remained steadfast in his devotion, never again seeking the comfort of another's embrace. The Princess of Iran. The fateful encounter between Soraya, the daughter of the Iranian ambassador to West Germany, and the recently divorced Shah of Iran in 1948 unfolded against the backdrop of a Swiss finishing school where chance and destiny intertwined to shape the course of their lives. Instantly enamored by her ethereal grace and innate charm, the Shah swept Soraya off her feet, setting the stage for a union steeped in grandiosity and splendor. In 1951, amidst the resplendent grandeur of Golestan Palace in Tehran, Soraya donned a gown fit for a queen, a shimmering creation of silver lame adorned with pearls and trimmed with marabou feathers, a testament to the couture craftsmanship of Christian Dior. Against the backdrop of heavy snowfall, deemed a harbinger of auspicious tidings, the couple exchanged vows in a ceremony that captured the imagination of a nation intoxicated by the allure of royal romance. Yet beneath the veneer of regal extravagance, cracks soon began to fissure the facade of marital bliss. Despite their fervent desires, the passage of time remained stubbornly barren of the pitter-patter of tiny feet, as Soraya's hopes for motherhood were dashed by the cruel hand of infertility. Desperate for an heir to secure the lineage of the throne, the Shah broached the delicate subject of taking a second wife, a proposition sanctioned by Islamic tradition. However, Soraya, steadfast in her convictions, refused to acquiesce to a fate dictated by convention, preferring to endure the sting of divorce than surrender her agency to the whims of patriarchal expectation. In the spring of 1958, the once gilded facade of royal romance crumbled as the weeping Shah of Iran delivered the heart-wrenching announcement to his nation. His marriage to Princess Soraya had come to an end, despite retaining her title as Her Imperial Highness. The Princess Soraya of Iran for a time, the shattered remnants of her fairy tale union left her adrift in a sea of uncertainty and upheaval. Amidst the tumult of broken vows and shattered dreams, whispers of a rebound romance emerged, tantalizingly hinting at the possibility of a new chapter in Soraya's tumultuous saga. Prince Raimondo Orsini of Rome stood poised on the periphery of her world, offering a glimmer of hope in the wake of heartache. Yet the stern disapproval of the Catholic Church cast a shadow over their budding affection, thwarting their hopes of a union sanctioned by tradition. Undeterred by the setbacks of love and tradition, Soraya set her sights on a new horizon, determined to carve out a path of her own making. Crossing the threshold of France, she embarked on a daring quest to reinvent herself, casting aside the trappings of royalty in pursuit of a different kind of fame. The silver screen beckoned, its siren call echoing in the recesses of her soul as she dared to dream of a life beyond the confines of palace walls. In 1965, Soraya's cinematic aspirations bore fruit as she made her much-anticipated film debut in Three Faces of a Woman, a momentous occasion marked by a star-studded premiere in the historic city of Rome. Clad in a resplendent emerald green evening gown, her piercing green eyes ablaze with determination, Soraya stepped into the spotlight, her presence commanding the attention of all who beheld her. Despite the fervent anticipation surrounding her cinematic debut, Three Faces of a Woman failed to capture the hearts of audiences, leaving Soraya to navigate the treacherous waters of disappointment and disillusionment. Yet, amidst the shadows of fleeting fame, she found solace in the arms of Franco Indovina, the director of the ill-fated film, whose love offered a glimmer of light in the darkness of her tumultuous existence. Tragically, fate dealt another cruel blow as Franco's life was cut short in a devastating plane crash, leaving Soraya bereft and adrift in a sea of grief and despair. Haunted by the specter of deep depression, she spent the remainder of her days grappling with the ghosts of her past, a once gilded princess ensnared in the tangled web of her own shattered dreams. Princess Caroline, raised amidst the splendor of royalty, Princess Caroline grew accustomed to the limelight from an early age, her every move scrutinized by an adoring public, captivated by the allure of Monaco's reigning family. Yet, beneath the facade of regal elegance lay a rebellious spirit, a trait she shared with her younger sister, Princess Stephanie, and one that would shape her journey in the years to come. In a nod to tradition, Princess Caroline made her inaugural public appearance on the balcony of the palace, greeted by a chorus of cheers and the release of balloons emblazoned with the date of her birth, a symbolic gesture of hope and anticipation for the future. Yet, as she blossomed into adolescence, Caroline's rebellious streak emerged, much to the chagrin of her mother, Princess Grace. Against her mother's wishes, Princess Caroline embarked on a whirlwind romance with Philippe Junot, a dashing banker with a reputation as a playboy. In a union that captured the imagination of the world, Caroline exchanged vows with Junot, defying convention and tradition in pursuit of her own happiness. However, true to her mother's prescient warnings, the fairy tale romance proved fleeting, with the marriage unraveling within a mere 2 years. In the wake of her mother's untimely death, Caroline grappled with the crushing weight of grief, her stoic facade crumbling as she struggled to navigate the tumultuous waters of loss and mourning. Yet, amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged in the form of businessman Stefano Casiraghi, whose love offered solace and comfort in the aftermath of tragedy. Their union, a beacon of hope amidst the shadows of sorrow, blossomed into a partnership marked by love and devotion, resulting in the birth of 3 cherished children. Yet, fate proved to be a cruel mistress, as Stefano's life was tragically cut short in a speedboat accident, leaving Caroline to confront the harsh reality of loss once more. The suddenness of his passing cast a pall over Monaco, leaving Caroline to pick up the pieces of her shattered heart and forge ahead with courage and determination. In 1999, Princess Caroline found love once more, this time in the arms of royalty. Her marriage to Ernst August, the fifth Prince of Hanover, represented a union more in keeping with her royal lineage, offering stability and security in a world fraught with uncertainty. As the presumptive heir to the throne, Caroline's marriage to Ernst August solidified her position within the royal hierarchy, ensuring a smooth succession in the event of her brother Albert's untimely demise. Stepping into her mother's shoes, Caroline continued Grace's legacy of philanthropy and humanitarianism, dedicating herself wholeheartedly to causes close to her heart. Yet, even amidst the splendor of Monaco's royal court, Princess Caroline found herself besieged by the relentless glare of media scrutiny, her private life laid bare for the world to see. In a bid to reclaim her privacy, Caroline sought recourse in the courts, obtaining a judgment from the European Court of Human Rights, condemning the invasion of her personal space and the publication of private photos. Princess Diana. Princess Diana, the beloved people's princess, captivated the world with her grace, compassion, and unwavering commitment to humanitarian causes. Yet behind the veneer of regal elegance lay a woman besieged by the relentless onslaught of media scrutiny, her every move scrutinized and dissected by a voracious press hungry for sensational headlines. In the aftermath of her tumultuous separation and divorce from Prince Charles in 1996, Princess Diana found herself thrust into the unforgiving spotlight of public attention, her private struggles laid bare for all to see. Despite her best efforts to shield herself from the prying eyes of the media, Diana's every action seemed to be fodder for tabloid speculation and gossip, leaving her feeling overwhelmed and vulnerable. In a candid expression of her innermost thoughts and feelings, Diana lamented the suffocating intensity of the media's obsession, confessing, "When I started my public life 12 years ago, I understood the media might be interested in what I did. I realized then their attention would inevitably focus on both our private and public lives, but I was not aware of how overwhelming that attention would become." Indeed, Diana's journey from shy and unremarkable schoolgirl to global icon seemed to defy comprehension, her meteoric rise to fame leaving her grappling with the weight of expectations and scrutiny. Unlike the glamorous princesses of Monaco, Diana did not possess the film star looks or the polished poise that characterized their public personas. Yet it was her innate warmth, compassion, and empathy that endeared her to millions around the world, transcending the trappings of royalty and celebrity to touch the hearts of those in need. Despite her own insecurities and self-doubt, Diana approached life with a sense of humor and humility, often joking about her lack of aptitude during her school days. Reflecting on her time at Riddlesworth Hall School, Diana fondly recalled the friendships she forged and the lessons she learned, quipping, "I made many friends, who I often see, and in spite of what Ms. Fudge and my other teachers may have thought at the time, I did actually learn something. However, you would never have known by my own level results." Despite lacking the extraordinary credentials typically associated with royalty, Diana's unassuming demeanor and genuine warmth endeared her to millions around the world, earning her the affectionate title of the Queen of Hearts. The fairy tale began in 1980 when Diana, then simply known as Lady Diana Spencer, was a 19-year-old nanny residing in London. Little did she know that her life was about to take a dramatic turn as she embarked on a romance with Prince Charles, the future King of England. As their relationship blossomed, Diana found herself thrust into the spotlight, her every move scrutinized by a relentless press hungry for sensational headlines. Despite the overwhelming attention, Diana approached her newfound fame with a sense of humility and grace, her shy smile and nervous wave capturing the hearts of the public. In her interactions with the press, Diana exuded a sense of vulnerability and authenticity, endearing herself to all who crossed her path. During one memorable encounter with reporters, Diana was asked how she was coping with the intense press attention. With characteristic candor, she replied, Well, as you can see, you can tell. Despite the immense pressure she faced, Diana remained remarkably composed, her resilience and strength of character shining through in the face of adversity. Princess Diana's engagement to Prince Charles in February 1981 marked the beginning of a whirlwind romance that captured the hearts of millions around the world. As Buckingham Palace announced the news, the happy couple seized every opportunity to bask in the glow of their love, eagerly embracing photo opportunities to showcase Diana's stunning engagement ring, a dazzling display of 14 diamonds surrounding a majestic sapphire. Reflecting on their first meeting, Prince Charles fondly recalled his impressions of the young Diana, describing her as jolly, amusing, and attractive, with a vivacious spirit that charmed him from the start. Diana, in turn, was equally captivated by her Prince Charming, describing him as pretty amazing, a sentiment that underscored the genuine affection shared between the two. As the countdown to their wedding in July began, it became increasingly evident that Diana's down-to-earth nature and infectious charm had already endeared her to the public in a way that surpassed even her royal fiancé. With her fresh-faced sincerity and sense of fun, Diana emerged as a breath of fresh air amidst the reserved demeanor of the monarchy, captivating the hearts of people across the nation. On the day of the royal wedding, the streets of London thrummed with anticipation as crowds gathered to catch a glimpse of the fairy tale bride. Chants of "We want Di! We want Di!" echoed through the air, a testament to the adoration and affection that Diana had inspired in the hearts of the people. As she emerged from St. Paul's Cathedral in her resplendent Emmanuel gown, complete with a magnificent 25-foot train, Diana's radiant smile and infectious enthusiasm charmed the throngs of well-wishers lining the streets. In the months following her fairy tale wedding, Princess Diana wasted no time in endearing herself to the public both at home and abroad. Accompanying Prince Charles on numerous walkabouts, Diana quickly became a beloved figure among crowds, her genuine warmth and approachability captivating hearts wherever she went. Her radiant smile and easy charm endeared her to people from all walks of life, earning her the affectionate moniker of the People's Princess. In less than a year, Diana fulfilled her duty to the royal family by giving birth to a healthy heir to the throne, Prince William. The arrival of the royal baby only served to solidify Diana's place in the hearts of the public, who reveled in her obvious affinity with children and her natural maternal instinct. Whether cradling newborns in her arms or engaging in playful banter with young admirers, Diana's genuine love and compassion for children endeared her to millions around the world. But perhaps it was Diana's courageous compassion that truly set her apart as a beacon of hope and inspiration. In 1987, at a time when AIDS patients were facing stigma and discrimination, Diana boldly challenged misconceptions and stereotypes by reaching out to those affected by the disease. With unwavering empathy and compassion, Diana famously declared, "HIV does not make people dangerous to know, so you can shake their hands and give them a hug. Heaven knows they need it." Her courageous stance not only helped to destigmatize HIV/AIDS, but also demonstrated her unwavering commitment to serving those in need, regardless of societal taboos or prejudices. Princess Diana's unwavering dedication to charitable causes and her tireless efforts to make a positive impact on the world was evident in every aspect of her life. Despite the relentless media scrutiny that followed her every move, Diana remained steadfast in her commitment to serving others, often going above and beyond to help those in need. Amidst the media frenzy that surrounded her, stories emerged of Diana's clandestine visits to the sick, where she would quietly comfort patients and plead with nurses to keep her presence a secret from the press. These selfless acts of kindness only served to further endear her to the public, who admired her compassion and humility. However, Diana's personal struggles and tumultuous marriage to Prince Charles soon became tabloid fodder, with reports of Charles's affair with Camilla Parker Bowles casting a shadow over their relationship. Despite rumors of Diana's own infidelities, many chose to view her actions as a cry for help, driven by loneliness and the pressures of royal life. Diana's battles with bulimia and her multiple suicide attempts further highlighted the toll that the intense media scrutiny had taken on her mental and emotional well-being. Feeling trapped by the constant surveillance of paparazzi lenses and relentless media speculation, Diana sought to reclaim control of her narrative by collaborating with biographer Andrew Morton to share her side of the story. In her candid revelations, Diana depicted Charles as a neglectful and unfaithful husband, shedding light on the struggles she faced behind closed doors. It wasn't long before the couple announced their separation, signaling the end of their tumultuous marriage. Despite the personal turmoil she endured, Diana continued to use her platform to raise awareness of important issues, including the prevalence of eating disorders in society. Drawing from her own painful experiences, Diana spoke out against the unrealistic standards of perfection imposed by society, emphasizing the need for greater understanding and compassion for those struggling with mental health issues. Princess Mary Crown, Princess Mary of Denmark, often hailed as a modern-day fairy tale princess, embodies grace, elegance, and warmth, captivating the hearts of the Danish people and admirers worldwide. Her story, akin to a classic Cinderella tale, traces a remarkable journey from a humble upbringing in Australia to her royal role as the beloved wife of Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark. Born Mary Donaldson in 1973 in Hobart, Tasmania, Mary enjoyed a childhood filled with the simple joys of outdoor life and horseback riding. Her upbringing instilled in her a love for nature and a down-to-earth demeanor that would later endear her to the Danish public. After completing her education, Mary embarked on a career in advertising in Melbourne, demonstrating her intelligence and ambition. However, tragedy struck in 1997 with the untimely death of her mother, prompting Mary to reassess her life's priorities. Seeking solace and adventure, she embarked on a journey of self-discovery, traveling the world before eventually settling in Sydney, where she pursued a career in real estate. It was during this period of her life that fate intervened in the form of a chance encounter at the Slip Inn, a popular bar in Sydney during the 2000 Olympics. Unbeknownst to Mary, the man she struck up a conversation with was none other than Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark. Despite their differing backgrounds, Mary and Frederik found common ground and shared interests, sparking the beginning of a romance that would change both of their lives forever. In 2002, Mary made the courageous decision to relocate to Denmark, where she immersed herself in the intricacies of Danish culture, language, and protocol. Her dedication to adapting to her new surroundings was evident as she diligently attended language and etiquette classes, preparing herself for the responsibilities that lay ahead as a member of the Danish royal family. The announcement of their engagement in October 2003 sparked jubilation both in Australia and Denmark, with the prospect of Mary becoming their future queen capturing the hearts of the people. In Denmark, a staggering 75% of the population expressed confidence in Mary's ability to fulfill her royal duties with grace and dignity. As the anticipation for the royal wedding reached a fever pitch, Mary's final evening as a commoner was celebrated with a grand gala attended by royalty from around the world. Dressed resplendently in a striking red gown, Mary exuded confidence and poise, unfazed by the magnitude of the occasion. On the day of the much-anticipated wedding, Mary's serene demeanor and radiant smile captivated onlookers as she made her way down the aisle. Despite the immense scrutiny and pressure of the international spotlight, she remained composed and dignified, a picture of grace and elegance. As she exchanged vows with Crown Prince Frederik, it was evident that their love was genuine and enduring. While Mary exuded calm assurance, it was Frederick who was visibly moved, his emotions on full display as he wiped away a tear, overwhelmed by the significance of the moment. The birth of Prince Christian in October 2005 marked a moment of pure joy and excitement for Crown Princess Mary and Crown Prince Frederick, who eagerly shared their happiness with the world. Frederick's elation was palpable as he warmly greeted the media, expressing his overwhelming emotions and the profound love he felt for his newborn son. His words resonated with a sense of awe and gratitude, capturing the immense significance of the moment. Days later, the world caught its first glimpse of the newest addition to the Danish royal family as Prince Christian made his public debut, cradled in the loving arms of his mother. Mary, radiant with happiness, spoke fondly in Danish, exuding warmth and affection as she introduced her precious son to the world. 2 years later, the joyous occasion repeated itself with the arrival of Princess Isabella Henrietta, expanding the royal family and filling their home with even more love and laughter. Mary's fluency in Danish has enabled her to seamlessly integrate into Danish society and engage in various charitable endeavors that hold personal significance to her. She has emerged as a beacon of hope and support for disadvantaged migrant communities in Copenhagen, spearheading initiatives aimed at improving their living conditions and providing them with opportunities for a better future. Additionally, Mary has lent her voice to campaigns advocating for skin cancer awareness in partnership with the Danish Cancer Society, leveraging her platform to promote public health and well-being. Beyond her philanthropic efforts, Mary has also embraced her role as a patron of Denmark's thriving fashion industry, showcasing her impeccable sense of style and elegance at prestigious fashion events. Her involvement not only highlights Denmark's cultural contributions, but also underscores her commitment to supporting local talent and promoting the country's creative endeavors on the global stage. Spanish Princess. Princess Letizia of Spain, much like Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, has captivated the public imagination not only with her regal demeanor, but also with her impeccable sense of style, earning her recognition as a major fashion icon. Yet her journey to royalty was marked by humble beginnings and unexpected turns. Born Letizia Ortiz Rocasolano in Oviedo, Spain, in 1972, she hailed from a middle-class family, with her father working as a journalist and her mother as a registered nurse. Letizia pursued her education diligently, earning a bachelor's degree before following in her father's footsteps and embarking on a career in journalism. Her talent and dedication soon propelled her to the position of anchorwoman for Spain's most-watched newscast, where she became a household name admired for her professionalism and poise. Despite her rising prominence in the media landscape, Letizia's entrance into the royal sphere came as a surprise to many when news broke of her engagement to Prince Felipe, the heir apparent to the Spanish throne. The announcement caught the Spanish people off guard, as they had not anticipated a royal romance between the future king and a commoner. In the midst of the excitement surrounding their engagement, Letizia's previous marriage to her high school literature teacher surfaced as a potential obstacle. However, the Roman Catholic Church granted a dispensation, allowing her to marry Prince Felipe and join the royal family. Just as the couple's wedding plans were taking shape, a minor scandal emerged when Cuban artist Waldo Saavedra claimed that a nude study featured on a new album by Spanish singer Mana was based on a photograph of Letizia. However, Saavedra clarified that the artwork was not a depiction of Letizia in the nude, but rather an artistic interpretation inspired by a fully clothed photograph provided by the princess. The grandeur of Madrid's cathedral on May 22, 2004, served as the backdrop for a momentous occasion: the wedding of Prince Felipe and Letizia Ortiz. Despite the pouring rain, the cathedral buzzed with excitement as royal guests and dignitaries from around the world gathered to witness the union of the Spanish prince and his stunning bride. Letizia, radiant in her wedding gown, walked down the aisle accompanied by her father, exuding elegance and grace. The ceremony was a spectacle broadcasted to the nation, with crowds outside the cathedral watching on large screens. As the couple exchanged vows, the atmosphere was electric, culminating in cheers echoing through the square as they were pronounced husband and wife. Since that historic day, Princess Letizia has become a fixture in the glossy magazines of Europe, lauded by fashion critics for her impeccable sense of style. Her svelte figure and defined features have garnered admiration, though they have also sparked speculation about the possibility of an eating disorder. However, Letizia has defied such rumors by embracing motherhood and welcoming two healthy daughters, Leonor and Sofia, into the world. Despite the current Spanish law of succession favoring male heirs, there is a possibility that it could be amended to ensure that Princess Leonor, the eldest daughter, inherits the throne. This potential change reflects the evolving attitudes toward gender equality within the Spanish monarchy, paving the way for Leonor to become the future Queen of Spain. Swedish Princess. In 1979, Sweden made a groundbreaking amendment to its Act of Succession, becoming the first country to embrace equal primogeniture. This historic change ensured that the eldest child, regardless of gender, would inherit the throne. As a result, Princess Victoria emerged as the heir apparent to the Swedish throne. Despite the weight of her future responsibilities, Princess Victoria's approach to preparation has been unorthodox yet commendable. One notable aspect of her training includes undergoing basic military instruction at a base outside Stockholm. Clad in combat fatigues and fully immersed in military exercises, Victoria demonstrated her willingness to engage in diverse experiences and gain a comprehensive understanding of her future role. Addressing reporters during her military training, Princess Victoria acknowledged the challenges of the rigorous program while emphasizing the invaluable knowledge and skills she gained. From combat techniques to first aid and chemical warfare safety, Victoria embraced every aspect of her training with enthusiasm and determination. Her willingness to step outside her comfort zone and engage in activities traditionally associated with men reflects her commitment to fulfilling her duties as a future monarch. Despite her upbringing in a world of designer outfits and formal events, Victoria's readiness to immerse herself in military training underscores her dedication to her role and her country. Princess Beatrice. Princess Beatrice of Britain's royal lineage places her in a unique position within the line of succession to the throne. As the daughter of Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah, Duchess of York, Beatrice finds herself fifth in line to the throne, a position that affords her a degree of freedom from the weight of royal responsibilities compared to her counterparts closer to the throne. Beatrice's upbringing unfolded against the backdrop of her parents' highly publicized divorce, which occurred when she was just 8 years old. Despite the media scrutiny surrounding their separation, Beatrice and her younger sister, Eugenie, were shielded from excessive intrusion by the press. Their parents maintained an amicable co-parenting relationship, ensuring that their daughters were able to grow up with a semblance of normalcy despite their royal status. Upon reaching adulthood, Beatrice expressed her commitment to utilizing her privilege to make a positive impact on society. Embarking on philanthropic endeavors akin to her mother's charitable work, Beatrice demonstrated her willingness to leverage her royal status for the betterment of others. Accompanying her mother on visits to London hospitals, Beatrice encountered patients with grace and empathy, recognizing the significance of her presence to those she met. While acknowledging the inherent weight of her royal status, Beatrice maintains a down-to-earth perspective, recognizing that beneath the royal title, she is simply herself, albeit with a unique set of privileges and responsibilities. Reflecting on her interactions with others, Beatrice acknowledges that initial apprehension may precede meeting a member of the royal family. However, she quickly dispels any notions of intimidation by emphasizing her relatable nature. While she humorously admits to not being normal in the conventional sense, Beatrice strives to connect with others on a human level, sharing her authentic self to put others at ease. Beatrice attributes much of her personal growth and outlook on life to her mother, whom she views as a role model and source of inspiration. Describing herself as a mini-mommy, Beatrice admires her mother's wisdom, compassion, and exemplary conduct. She values her mother's guidance and views her as an invaluable mentor whose example she aspires to emulate. Despite Beatrice's earnest enthusiasm and genuine intentions, her burgeoning public persona has not been without controversy. A notable instance arose when she graced the cover of Tatler magazine, captivating readers with her confident demeanor and poised presence. While some lauded Beatrice's poised portrayal, others within royal circles questioned the appropriateness of the sultry photo shoot, sparking debates about the boundaries between personal expression and royal decorum. For years, Buckingham Palace had carefully shielded Beatrice and her sister Eugenie from the relentless gaze of the media, successfully keeping them out of the spotlight. However, as Beatrice reached the age of 16 and then celebrated her 17th birthday, she transitioned into a realm where parental control waned, leaving her more susceptible to public scrutiny. This shift in dynamics was not unexpected, with many attributing it to a mutual agreement between Beatrice's parents, particularly her mother, Sarah, Duchess of York. Sarah's involvement in the Tatler article and photo shoot added a layer of controversy to Beatrice's newfound visibility. By actively participating in the interview and accompanying her daughter during the photo shoot, Sarah signaled her approval of Beatrice's foray into the public sphere. The decision to address the family's past, particularly the impact of her parents' divorce, within the confines of the magazine's pages, offered a glimpse into Beatrice's personal reflections and the resilience she had developed in navigating familial challenges. Despite the mixed reactions to Beatrice's public debut, it underscores a broader shift in the perception of modern princesses. Beatrice and Eugenie represent a new generation of royals who straddle the line between royal duty and personal autonomy. With access to the privileges of royal lineage tempered by a desire for normalcy, they embody a contemporary approach to monarchy, one that blends tradition with individual expression. Princess Maxima. Maxima's journey from Argentina to the Netherlands is a captivating tale of love and royalty. Maxima embarked on a career in investment banking after earning her economics degree in 1995. Little did she know that her path would intersect with that of a European prince. The meeting between Maxima and Prince Willem Alexander, which occurred in 1999 during the Seville Spring Fair in Spain, was serendipitous. When the prince introduced himself simply as Alexander, Maxima remained unaware of his royal lineage. It was only later, when he disclosed his true identity, that Maxima realized the magnitude of their connection. Despite initial skepticism, Maxima agreed to a follow-up meeting in New York, where their romance flourished. By 2001, Maxima and Willem Alexander were engaged, sparking excitement and anticipation throughout the Netherlands. The royal wedding, which took place in January 2002 in Amsterdam, was a grand affair, meticulously planned to ensure safety and celebrate the union of two individuals from vastly different backgrounds. However, the celebration was not without controversy. Maxima's father's past association with the Argentine military dictatorship under President Jorge Rafael Videla stirred debate and raised questions about her family's history. Despite these challenges, Maxima's charm and dedication to her new country quickly endeared her to the Dutch people. Princess Stephanie of Monaco, the spirited daughter of the iconic Princess Grace, emerged onto the world stage as a captivating enigma, her tumultuous journey echoing the rebellious spirit of her royal predecessors. From the tender age of 19, Stephanie's life became a whirlwind of scandal and intrigue, marked by moments of triumph and tragedy that mirrored the storied legacy of Princess Margaret. In a tragic twist of fate, Stephanie's life was forever altered when the car she was traveling in with her beloved mother careened off a mountain road in Monaco. Though she survived the harrowing ordeal, her own severe injuries prevented her from bidding farewell to the woman who had lovingly labeled her a wild child, leaving her to navigate the treacherous waters of grief and loss without the guiding light of her mother's presence. In the years that followed, Stephanie's life became a tapestry of headline-grabbing romances and liaisons, each one adding another layer of complexity to her already tumultuous existence. From affairs with Spanish singers to dalliances with French film stars' sons, her romantic entanglements captivated the public imagination, painting a portrait of a woman unapologetically embracing her own desires and passions. Marriage proved to be no refuge from the storm of Stephanie's turbulent love life, as evidenced by her brief union with former bodyguard Daniel Ducrouet, which ended in divorce amidst a backdrop of scandal and controversy. Undeterred by the specter of scandal, Stephanie continued to pursue her own brand of romantic adventure, embarking on affairs with a colorful array of suitors, including actors, footballers, and even her sister Caroline's ex-husband. Yet, amidst the tumult of her personal life, Stephanie found solace and purpose in her commitment to social activism, particularly in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Following her father Prince Rainier's death in 2005, she emerged as a passionate advocate for those affected by the disease, using her platform as a member of Monaco's royal family to raise awareness and promote meaningful change on a global scale. As she entered her fourth decade, Stephanie's romantic escapades continued to capture the public's imagination, with her rumored relationship with French actor and musician Merwan Rim serving as the latest chapter in her ongoing saga of love and adventure. Japanese Princess. As the first child of Crown Prince Naruhito and Crown Princess Masako, Princess Aiko captured the hearts of the Japanese people, who had expressed deep concern about the well-being of Princess Masako, who had withdrawn from public life after her marriage to the Crown Prince in 1993. The announcement of Princess Masako's pregnancy in 2000 brought widespread joy and anticipation, with hopes for a healthy heir to the throne. However, the birth of a baby girl reignited discussions surrounding Japan's succession laws, which had long favored male heirs. Dating back to 1946, these laws restricted the throne to men, sparking debates about gender equality and the need for reform. Ironically, the call for change gained momentum just as Aiko's aunt, Princess Kiko, welcomed a baby boy named Hisahito. With the birth of a male heir, discussions about altering the succession laws were put on hold, as Hisahito became a potential successor to the chrysanthemum throne. What do you think about the lives of these princesses? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.